Hey, thanks for staying with us. This is Law Call. Again, we're taking your questions live. Tonight is Ask Us Anything. So if you've got any kind of a legal question whatsoever, give us a call, 850-392-1544, or send us an email at lawcall@wmbb.com. And while we were on the break, we picked up another caller. We have Valerie from Dothan with, I believe, a malpractice question. Valerie, go ahead.
Is it a hard and fast rule or time limit, the 2 years to file, like for personal injury or medical malpractice?
Yeah, Valerie, thank you for that. You're referring to a statute of limitations, which any legal action that may be had in civil law, there's going to be a time period where you have to file a lawsuit within that certain time period. And in Florida, and I believe Alabama as well, medical malpractice cases, there is a 2-year statute of limitations, and it's the same with personal injury. So if you're involved in a car wreck, slip and fall, anything like that, dog bite, you've got 2 years from the date of the incident in which to file a lawsuit. Now, with medical malpractice cases, it is not uncommon. Now, again, I'm not admitted in Alabama, but in Florida, you can ask the court for a 90-day extension on the statute of limitations. Typically, medical malpractice cases are very time-consuming. There's a lot of investigation that is involved. The legislature in Florida, if you go and read the statutes that deal with medical malpractice cases, there's a lot of pre-suit or really pre-litigation steps that have to be followed. There has to be an investigation period. You have to put the doctor or doctors or facility on notice. You have to give them an opportunity to give you their records. They give you the records. You have to have them evaluated by a physician that is in the same specialty as the one that you believe committed the malpractice. And then that physician has to author an affidavit. And then at that point, you can go forward and you may be able to file a lawsuit. And look, it is not uncommon at all for a medical malpractice investigation to take months and months and months. And so what happens if you're running up on a statute of limitations and you haven't found a lawyer yet, but now you want to hire somebody? The 90-day extension is something you can file in Florida, give you a little bit more breathing room on that, but otherwise it is a hard and fast rule. And in personal injury cases, 2 years, that's it. There's really no tolling of that.
With a couple of exceptions.
A couple of exceptions.
So if the breach of the standard of care for the doctor occurs, but the injury occurs later, for in other words, they misread an x-ray and then it's discovered 6 months later, the actual negligence occurred, but then I think you're going to get an extension. And it's very state specific. And then in Florida and Alabama, I think the statute of limitations for uninsured motorist claims, which are technically contractual claims, is longer. In Florida, it's 5 years. I think it's either 5 or 6 in Alabama. Yeah. But for medical malpractice in both states, it is 2 years with the possible extension and then the delay of any sort of discovering the actual injury or illness.
The takeaway is this: if you think something bad has happened to you medically, or if you've been involved in a wreck or you're injured, go talk to a lawyer as quickly as possible. And, even if you're not ready to do anything yet, go ahead and talk with an attorney, have them counsel you on what your options are, and at least they can advise you how much time you have and what needs to be done in order to preserve your claim. Thank you for that call, Valerie.